Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, I haven't made a video in a while, and I was in the midst of doing some laundry, folding my grandkids' clothes and whatnot, and decided, I got on YouTube to just see what was going on, and all I see is people talking about these plane crashes, or they're talking about how Trump did this or Trump did that, blah 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 blah. Then I get on Facebook, and I'm an activist, which basically means I protest circumcision. I think circumcision is mutilation. It goes against the rights of the boy. And in some instances and in some countries, girls are circumcised by the age of 8. Which means that they have a portion, if not all, of their clitoris cut off. And in some countries, girls are basically sewn up down there until their wedding night. Only enough for that left. So I'm against circumcision. Well, I follow this group called Bloodstained Men and Their Friends, and I've actually protested with them before up in Wichita, Kansas. And they're in Louisiana right now at the Super Bowl. Well, they're going to be at the Super Bowl this Sunday. They're protesting there. But right now, they're just hitting these other towns on their way there. And people are freaking out when they see people. When they see the blood-stained men and their friends, they freak out. And all sorts of people had different reactions to it because, some, they get it, they understand. And most of those people that get it and understand left their sons intact. And then you have the other crowd that, is people that has no understanding, and they're usually the ones that are the cutters, I guess I'm going to maybe start posting some information on my post tab because, some people don't get it. Some people are like, oh, most men that I know are happy. No, not all men are happy that they had a functional body part taken away from them at birth because of BS of doctors. It's all about a way to make money. It's all a way to torture the boy. It cuts his root chakra. All sorts of reasons why it's done. And if y'all eat any cereal made by Kellogg's, then you're helping to support it because of the fact that John Kellogg, the maker of Kellogg's cereals, he's the one that helped get circumcision started here in America. He said it would cause boys to not masturbate, which is a total lie, The penis, the foreskin, has 16 functions. It has over 20,000 nerve endings. And it's not dirty. It's not gross. It's meant to be there, etc., etc. Girls, they have a foreskin. All mammals have foreskin. Dogs have foreskin, cats have foreskin. All mammals, like I said, have a foreskin. And so for people to sit there and say that, oh, well, God required it or whatever. No, he didn't. That's a bunch of bullcrap. And if they did, well, you shouldn't do something just because religion tells you to, you know? And then they sit there and say, oh, well, it's cleaner, it's this and that. Oh, so you can't teach your son how to clean his body properly? You can't. I mean, first off and foremost, the penis, the foreskin isn't supposed to be retracted. It's actually fused to the head of the penis, and it stays that way until the boy reaches preteen status. Usually, some boys might start being able to retract it as early as the age of 7, but most times it's around the age of 10 when boys would be able to start retracting their foreskin. And most definitely by the puberty age, 12 to 13, they should be able to fully retract their own foreskin. And once that starts happening, well, then all they have to do is pull the skin back and, wash it. The foreskin is actually designed to protect the glans of the penis. It's for sensitivity as well as, it helps in the act of sexual intercourse for the woman, because the woman, its vagina is designed for a penis with foreskin. It's not designed for a cut man. Cut penis does nothing but feel like you're getting stabbed to death. Men that are circumcised don't create their own lubricant like a man with a foreskin has the ability to do. Just like women, they produce their own natural lubrication, but sometimes more is required, especially in the instance of having sex with a circumcised man. Because the foreskin, what it does is it actually locks in the moisture, and it doesn't pull out the moisture or lubrication when it's being withdrawn, like a man that's cut would. So anyway, I'm just sitting here rambling on about circumcision and intactism and stuff like that. Why? Because it really befuddles me how people can't see that they've been scammed, when it comes to this. And there's women out there like Sandra Bullock. I think she was either on Oprah or Ellen DeGeneres, talking about how she has these facials that she takes, and the facial cream is that she likes to have put on her face or injected into her face is made from baby foreskins. Let that sink in, people. 100+ boys die a year due to complications from this procedure. Another thing about that is if a baby is born without one, that's considered a defect. If a baby is born without a foreskin at all, in medical terms, that's considered a defect. I can't remember the actual name. I'd have to look it up again and find out what the actual name of that defect is. Something I can't remember. But so if it is labeled as a defect, if a baby's born without one, why would they want to take a non-defective baby that has a foreskin and remove it? I will say this. because of my education and information that was given to me years ago, I was able to educate my daughter on the subject matter and my son-in-law on the subject matter. And my son-in-law told me a long time ago that if they ever had a son, that he would not be cut, that they would leave him a whole and intact, and that would be his choice and his decision if he so desired when he gets older, like past the age of 18 older. And I even already told my kids that if that's something that my grandson chooses for himself when he gets older, that I would pay for it to be done. Simply because, that would be his choice. I don't have a problem with the actual procedure itself if it's done with the consent of the person that it's being done to. But see, here's the problem. Babies, they can't consent. They don't have a voice to say, no, don't do this to me. So we have to take that into mind, when we're raising our children. Just like the piercing of ears, Myself, when I was a child, I didn't have pierced ears till I was 5. When my daughter came along, I didn't really think about it. But her ears, I got her ears pierced when she was approximately 10 weeks old. So she was like 2.5 months old when I pierced her ears. Had her ears pierced. Her ears are still pierced to this day. She also has a nose piercing and a belly button piercing, and one tattoo. I asked her if it ever bothered her that I had her ears pierced without her permission, and she said, no, it doesn't bother me that you'd have that done. But she's like, but as far as my children are concerned, the girls won't get their ears pierced until they're old enough to ask to have their ears pierced. And I was like, well, hey, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. So, yeah. Oh, I'll probably just do another video on it since I'm already 12 minutes into this one. But I was able to get some more herbs. I got that lemon diesel and that purple blue dream the other night. And then last night, I acquired some white widow flower and a couple of different types of dabs. I can't even remember the names of them. But one was a butter and one was a crumble. Oh, wait, the Georgia peach is the butter one. And Tropical Sin, I think, was the crumble. All right, now I've got some white widow in here. Yesterday, here in Oklahoma, it got up to be like 81 degrees for the high. Can you believe that? It was February 3rd. February 3rd. And it was 81 degrees. I gotta look at something. Let's see. What's today? Today's the 4th. Oh. Well, let's see. Today's February 4th. That's another day, too, that is sort of relevant to me. February 4th, 1989. Was the day that I married my first husband. 89, so 99, 2009, 2019 would have been 30, so I guess it would have been 36 years. Oh my God, really? Wow. Yeah. Today would have been 36 years that I'd have been married to my first husband if I'd have never left him and stayed with him all those years. But he passed away in 2009, so we would have actually only made it to like the 20-year mark. So now I've gotten all my grandbaby's pants folded, and all the towels are done, and all their tops are dried, but they're in my bedroom. And then I still have a little bit of a basket of socks and underwear that I need to go through. So I guess I could do that while I'm still sitting here talking. Like I said, I don't really have anything interesting to say. It just seems like everybody on YouTube, they're all doing the, following the mainstream BS. And I just get tired of seeing the same old crap, I don't care how many people I'm sub to, from different walks, different reasons, different channels, whether they're a truther channel, whether they're just a crass kind of channel, whether they're a crime channel. They're all posting on this information that's going on of the mainstream media. See, to me, I feel like if you're a true truther, you're not going to give your energy to any of that anymore, because you understand that it's all BS anyway, So, it just befuddles me that all these truthers, that's all they do is sit around and watch the news all dang day long, That's all they do is just sit around and watch the news. And then there's some people out there, the Christians, they take all this news and say, oh, this is a sign of this, and this scripture. Oh, Jesus is coming back soon. No, sorry, Jesus ain't coming back soon. Nobody's getting raptured. Nobody's going anywhere. Now, is things gonna happen in this world that might be pretty bad, pretty whatever? Yeah, there's always that possibility. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world, though. But those Christians that think it's the end of the world, well, let them think that. I'm tired of trying to explain the truth to these people. See, that's the thing. To me, Christianity is something that people get into because they have low self-esteem. They have low self-esteem. They don't think highly of themselves. So they have to believe that there's a God outside of themselves that really cares about them, Or that this guy named Jesus that supposedly walked the face of this planet died on a cross for their sins. Really? You people really fell for that one? I mean, seriously. Christianity is probably one of the biggest cons there is on this planet. There's so many cons that people have been sold into believing. I'm really starting to think it's all bull crap. And that all this crap was basically created to blind us, to our true power and our true self. And I don't believe in an afterlife either. I don't believe that we go anywhere after we die. I believe that once we die, that's it. This personality, this flesh, it dies. It's gone. The ego, personality, flesh turns back into dust. And what's left is the energy that made this body come to life. Is that energy that made this body come to life, have a personality? Does this energy have a specific DNA? Does this energy have the ability to exist without a fleshly body? See, I don't believe so. I mean, energy's energy. Energy's everywhere. But as far as like us being a spiritual being before we decided to incarnate into a fleshly body, I don't believe that. I think that's New Age bullcrap. But anyway, that's just some of my thoughts on certain subject matters, I'm sort of enjoying, living in my living room in my dining area since I've gotten everything switched over. I did get my income tax back. I probably spent a little bit more money than I should have, but I still have plenty. I was supposed to work 40 hours this week, but miscommunication between one of my front-end managers and my boss made it to where he didn't schedule me for 40 hours this week. So I'm actually off work today and tomorrow, and then I work on Thursday, and then on Friday I'm off, and then I'll work on Saturday. So my paycheck that I'm supposed to be getting Thursday isn't going to be that big either, because last week I gave my daughter 7 hours that I actually should have worked and kept myself. But you live, you learn, and my daughter is grateful. She's like, oh, I feel bad, Mom. I'm like, don't feel bad, because I'm the one that offered my hours up. It wasn't like you begged me for them, And she's like, yeah, but I told you I wanted extra hours, and that's the only reason why you decided to give your hours up. And I'm like, yeah, but, if I didn't want to give those hours up, I didn't have to give those hours up. So ultimately, it was my choice. I take responsibility for all my words, all my actions, so, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. So yeah, my paycheck this week wasn't that big. Or this week coming up, or Thursday, it's not going to be that big. Not even, it's $10 shy, actually, of what I normally save each week. I save $250 a week to go toward my bills. And this week's check isn't even what I normally save. But, like I said, I got my income tax back, and so I'm not really hurting, And I still have, out of what my mom gave me for Christmas, I have a little less than half of what she gave me at Christmas time. I still have that put back. And then I still have a little bit of money on my Cash App, and I have everything I need. I have a refrigerator full of food. I've got plenty of weed and dab. So I can't complain. I have a clean body. I have clean clothes. My grandchildren now have clean clothes and towels. My daughter will probably give me some more laundry. In fact, I'm going to call her here in a minute and see if she has any more that she needs to bring by. But yeah, I basically just lead a simple life. As you see, this is all I do. I don't have a very exciting lifestyle. So sorry that I can't entertain you folks anymore. But that really isn't my purpose here. My purpose isn't here to entertain folks. My purpose here is to just be honest and open and share what's on my mind, People don't have to agree with me if they don't want to. And if they do, hey, cool, that's their choice as well. But in the meantime, y'all have a most blessed day, evening, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, and much love, many hugs, smoke some good nugs. I'm Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. Until the next time, I'm out.